So then, last but not least, we see a young Robert Kelly pop up. He was doing a dance. He had his crew with him. They was doing a dance sequence and singing. And you actually see the videotape of, R. Kelly actually being there. And this is like a 1988 R. Kelly. So this is public announcement.
Yes.
So it was interesting to see Robert Kelly. Like I heard, we talked about it on the first show, but to actually see it, like, okay, yeah, he actually auditioned. So it wasn't like no made up stuff. And he was actually looking at R. Kelly to be choir boy.
That would have been epic.
So
do you want to expound upon that?
You want to think? Yes, I see you're thinking. The gears are grinding.
Am I mistaken, or has R. Kelly never had hair?
No, he had hair in this one.
He was on.
He had Hot Top Fade in the Born in '90s album.
I could have swore he did.
Yeah, he did. It's on the album cover.
Yeah, he cut it off at the 12 play album. So yeah, he had the high top box for.
But I don't see him as a church.
But he has the chops.
The singing chops.
We've never seen him act.
That's what I was concerned about.
Let's start there. And I may be thinking too much into it. Knowing how to sing and knowing how to act like you're singing are two completely different things.
If you have done karaoke in your life, you can act like you can sing, or act like you're singing. Or
there are also lines that Choir Boy had that weren't.
I was about to bring that up.
Singing, and just because you can talk on a track doesn't.
No. Remember, the old school R. Kelly could not talk on a track.
So
you can see your freak that body.
What I was thinking, my mind immediately went to, I got 12 things to do and 12 ways to say it. Like,
who was worse at talking on a track, R. Kelly or Jermaine Dupri?
For you, it would be JD.
Yeah. See,
I don't mind that. You know what it is, and we do, German. So, I don't see that in the same way I don't see Denzel. Like I don't see it.
Controversial statement I'm going to make here. I can see R. Kelly playing Choir Boy easier than I can see Denzel playing Eddie King.
I can see R. Kelly playing Eddie King better than I see him playing a choir boy.
I can see where you're going with that also.
I can see him playing JT.
I can see that also.
I don't see him as a choir boy, but I've never seen him act.
Aura as JT?
No. The reason why I wouldn't say R is JT, because going back to the original point, we have never seen him act.
Yeah.
So Choir Boy would be the safest, because Choir Boy had lines, but he didn't really have lines. Like JT, you got the whole JT and Duck shit.
Mm-hmm.
With Eddie, you got the movie basically about him, his decline.
Mm-hmm.
Dresser would be the only other one where it'd be kind of like he has a storyline, but it's not really as prevalent like Choir Boy. But I would say it'd be a waste to use him as Dresser, so you might as well put him as Choir Boy. If you're sketchy about his acting. Because what was the most acting that Choir Boy did in the movie? When he was arguing with his father?
Pops.
Exactly.
Yeah. Talk to his pops.
I think R. Kelly can pull that off. I'm pretty sure he can pull off the Anthony Stone, but you can call me Rock. That might actually go left. Call me P. Woo!
Cut it out.
The zipper on there for a reason. All right, continue on.
Literally.
Oh, but are we gonna get into are you still staying on R. Kelly, going to something else?
What do you want to add?
What if, let's take a journey through this parallel universe.
Go on ahead, bye.
If they're like, hey, R. Kelly, we want you to play Choir Boy, but also we want you to write and sing the 5 Heartbeat soundtrack.
Yeah, because there was a point where, in the documentary where Robert was looking for original music for the soundtrack, and he was having a hard time finding music. original music that sounded like the 60s. Yeah, the 60s. So just want to throw that in there. Go ahead.
But add that to it. If you do have R. Kelly write, I think, man, you talked about it. Like, does he have a song like back then that could sound like a 60s or that type of song? And I was like, yeah, you gotta dedicate it. I think Honey Love wouldn't match the 60s.
They'll just change the words.
Or change the like tempo of it or something like that.
Could you imagine I like the crotch on you?
That's actually the original Back in the Middle. So
let me add on to this theory. So is Nothing But Love really let me see you freak that body? Nothing but love.
No, that would be Honey Love.
Okay. Did you imagine them singing "Freak That Body" on when they got pulled over by the cops?
Or y'all sagging crew.
Body, let me see you freak that body, baby. That body,
let me see you freak
that body, baby.
Nigga be in jail next year.
Body. Let me see you freak that body.
Hey, you see one of the cops.
Baby.
Together it.
Body.
Butt cheeks.
All three of them cops was doing that. Give it to me now.
Hey, they look like Ebony Sparks.
Yeah.
Oh, them niggas start taking off their fucking uniform.
Body.
Let me see you freak that body.
You see the power of R. Kelly music early.
That body.
Be back in the 60s.
Is somebody walking behind a fucking car with a sign talking about if you 18 and up?
And then one of the cops. Who's next? Who's next?
Never seen nobody butterfly.
What's
that
next?
Hard.
These one-ups are great.
So they changed the whole trajectory of the movie. The scene with the cops.
Sorry, Kelly would have ended racism.
Doug wouldn't have sung that America song.
Actually, R. Kelly stole that song and sung it overseas to try to get some Africans to come to America with him.
So yeah. So what if can we imagine 12 play in the 60s?
They barely had foreplay.
So could you imagine the 5 horsemen? 12 play. Give them a little. 12 play. Time for love. 12 play. Oh.
Jack.
Do you mind if I give you some of mine?
Jack.
12 play.
Jack.
Get 'em, Jack.
I would like to see or hear the 5 horsemen do Your Body's Calling. I hear you calling.
Here I come, baby, to save you.
Uh-oh, Jack.
There's no more stalling. These hands have been longing to touch you, Jack. Woo. So now that you've come around to seeing it my way, you won't regret it. And you surely won't forget it. It's unbelievable how your body's calling for me.
Jack.
Shush. I can just hear you calling. Your body's calling for me.
Yeah, I think that'll be a hit.